Hey, yo, it's fight week. I want to know something. Is Regis Prograis weight drained? Is he overtrained? Any of that? That's what I want to talk about right now in this video. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I want to know if Regis Prograis has overtrained or if he's potentially weight drained. I know some of you guys are scratching your head. But why, Ego? Why are you saying this? The reason I'm saying this is because I seen an interview from Regis Prograis before the fight week, and you will see pictures on the screen as I show you and as I speak. So listen to my voice. So the first thing I kind of peeped is it looks like in this new interview, Regis Prograis has dark circles around his eye. Why is that important? Well, if you know boxing and you know that cutting weight is basically dehydrating yourself. So for people to look very flush, sometimes look ghastly, for their skin to pale out, for their lips to look dry, and for them to just all around appear like the skin looks like paper thin and stuff like that. So I'm looking, you guys can see, and pause the video if you need. It just looked like Regis has dark circles under his eye. And for me, I'm not used to seeing him that. So is this a coincidence that I don't recall him? Like, I'll show you a past interview before he started descending on his cut. Now, this was Regis Prograis months ago, and this was before, I think the fight had even been announced officially, but he was in like almost like a pre-camp. So at that point, he wouldn't have been like doing a drastic weight cut. He probably wasn't deep in his sparring and stuff like that when this was taken. And again, you see a little bit of a difference, or at least I do, in terms of the fullness. So, you know, I get it. At the end of the day, if you're losing weight, your face is going to take a new shape, a new form. But I have other questions that I'm going to pose in this video. So right here, I made a side by side so you guys can see. On the left was the before, on the right is the after. So this is him a few weeks out from the fight. And keep in mind, the fight is this week. So if he was doing an interview a week and a half ago, or whenever they recorded it and then uploaded it, so we'll just say 1 to 2 weeks ago, and you know, his face was looking like I was seeing the weight loss, you know what I mean? The other, you know, I know some people are gonna say, oh, he has a hat and the sun and it's the lighting and stuff like that. Could be, but I'm still gonna pose the question on my channel. And for me, I know some people are gonna say, oh, don't make any excuses. Bro, this is not an excuse. May the best man win. I will definitely be watching the fight, covering the fight, etc. So whatever happens, happens. I'm just giving you something to think about and food for thought up until the fight. Now, the other reason why I got to thinking about this, did Regis Prograis like overtrain, stuff like that, is because years ago, it was about 2 years ago, I remember Regis Prograis, he did a mock camp, meaning he didn't have an actual fight lined up. He hadn't signed to Eddie Hearn in Rematch Room, and he was doing a fake camp because he said he had to prove to himself that he could still make 140. So despite not having an actual fight, he went through a weight cut to prove to himself that he could successfully cut the weight. And then it was documented on video, which is what you're seeing the screen grabs from. So he basically documented the process of him proving to himself that he can make weight. Now, I do understand he's probably made some alterations and changes to his team, brought in the strength and conditioning coach, or I don't know if he was working with him back then, but he probably, you know, made a couple adjustments since then. But I still think about that because I never really seen a fighter do that. Never really seen a fighter go through a fake weight cut to prove that they could stay in the weight class or whatever the case is. And that was a couple of years ago. So that always sticks out to me, at least, because I'm the type of person, once I see something, I can't unsee it. So when I remember so-and-so did this or said this or whatever, it usually sticks with me, especially when it is regarding my job. So I thought that was a bit peculiar and unusual, that approach. And if anything, that shows me that you potentially had, it's not easy for you to make weight, because why else would you do that? If If you're like Kermel Moton and you're like 17 years old and you made weight and it's easy, you can eat whatever you want, then you're not gonna really go through those extra lengths and do that. So we do know on record, at least 2 years ago when he did that mini series or whatever, that short on YouTube, that weight was something that he has to target and really like hit his numbers, because it hasn't always come easy, you know what I mean? And he's coming off a bad performance. So there's a couple other things that I want to talk about in this video. The other thing is, when you're making weight, you don't want to arrive at your weight too early. And that's also part of the problem, because you want to peak right before your fight. Like you want to, like, it's like a plane, and a plane trying to land. You don't start your descent too early, right? You start it when you need to start it. That's kind of the best way that I can think of on the fly to illustrate it. So you don't want to peak too soon, meaning you don't want to train so hard where you're ready to fight and then you got to wait X amount of time to actually fight. You want to time it just well. And I seen pictures of Regis Prograis, and he was looking super shredded and looking super in shape. And this was a while. And you got to keep in mind, there was some delays in this particular, I don't know if you guys remember. I remember because I reported about all this stuff. But this fight, it was some chatter before the fight was actually announced. And I think Regis Prograis knew the fight was coming, so he was potentially training and all this type of stuff. Versus like Devin Haney, he's coming up from 135. So either way, this should be more of a break for him. So he's going up a weight class. Regis Prograis, if he was training too hard, you always hear about this. Like you hear boxers complain about having a long camp, because you don't want to have a camp that's too long. Well, I've been in camp for a year or two. Like that's not a good thing, because it's just not a good thing. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time. If you don't know, you don't know. But it's not a good thing to have too long of a camp. Just look at guys like Stanionis. He's been in camp, fight, he had to pull out with the appendix, they postponed it. Then Virgil Ortiz pulled out the fight twice. So that's a guy who's been in camp too long. And then now he still hasn't fought. So you don't want to do that to your body. Go through what boxers go through, grueling training camps and whatnot, and then especially not fight. I mean, that's horrible for Stanionis. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention to Regis Prograis on the scale, his weight. Does he make weight? How does he look? Does he look drained? Does he look overtrained? Because you guys see some of these pictures, he was looking in shape pretty early. And on top of it, Devin Haney, he keeps commenting on Devin Haney, saying Devin Haney's trying to get big and he can't hurt me. So he is putting a lot of pressure on himself as well, because he's saying that, oh, I see Devin Haney keep getting big. He keeps targeting Devin Haney's size. So I don't know if I've seen it before. It's hard to explain, but I've seen basically where boxers try to go tit for tat. Like this person bulks up, so I'm gonna bulk up. I mean, I think even Wilder kind of did that in the second Tyson Fury fight, third Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury, was probably gonna come in around 300. So Wilder came in at career high. And that's not necessarily what you want to do. You got to do what's right for you. But Regis Prograis, seeing Devin Haney look big and flexing and stuff like that, it looks like he's trying to come in big. But again, he has to be mindful, because he's been the guy that's been at this weight class, and he has to keep making these weight cuts, which again, as I showed you, has not always been the easiest thing for him, because there was a point in time where he had that mock fake weight camp and weight cut to prove that he can still make weight. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the weight here. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel, Best in the Business. I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks, right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.